Hello, my name's Cooper Saunders, and today I'm going to go through the new law firm launch package. One of my clients say, "Hey, what would be very helpful is if you created a video kind of explaining everything that you do and everything that your process to ensure law firms are successful out of the gate." We helped him launch his law firm. He's up to seven figures a year now, and he said, I think that if you had a video kind of explaining your process, people would really understand and love to get started and work because they can kind of see everything that you go through. So I wanted to make this quick video. We had a big production set up, and I said, okay, I'm just going to screen record, make this quick presentation, hopefully quick if I don't ramble too much, and try to just go through and show you, break down our process so you can see what it looks like. So again, about me, my name's Cooper Saunders, and I've owned my company WiseGuys Digital Marketing for about 10 years now. And really the law firm niche picked us. I think that the biggest thing that I always look at is, did the niche choose someone or someone choose the niche? And, half my uncles and aunts are attorneys. I kind of understand how you guys work. And then also, we did really well with a handful of clients. They went on LinkedIn, posted about us, went on Reddit, posted about us, and really evolved into one of the leaders in law firm marketing. Another thing that's important to me is the return on investment you get. So with my company, and I'm not going to send a report and say, you got 15 clicks, or it's like, okay, how many cases did you sign? And how can we take it from here? So written 5 national bestselling books. If you Google Cooper Saunders, I pop up here. Not that important. And then also we got 135, I think, or 4 reviews now. And also wrote Grow Your Law Firm. So you got Start a Law Firm, Grow Your Law Firm. So really all about providing that upfront value. And then here are the posts that I kind of referenced earlier on about clients just saying, he truly knows SEO, all that good stuff. Growing, you pause and kind of read through these, but really thankful for these clients, and then kind of shows off, the work that if other people are posting about you, someone can leave a review, whatever, but if they're going outwardly and posting about you, I always say that's a good sign. So a couple people that I've started law firms for in the last couple months or this year is Best Interest Family Law Firm, and I'll go through a case study with him a little bit. And all these guys are willing to chat with you if you've got questions, if you just want to, whatever. They're awesome guys. So this Sammer, is at least $85,000 a month in revenue in less than a year. Just a great guy. Renova Family Law started about 3 months ago. He's generated about $60,000 from our digital marketing services. So I'll go through those services. In JVP Law, he's almost at $100,000. And I think we started with him less than 2 years ago. And he's really stepped it up and really been doing a great, amazing job. So in the last 3 years alone, we've had around 50 new law firms launch, and 0 have gone out of business. So the new business statistic of, whatever percentage go out of business, not the case. And 0 and 33 are 7-figure law firms, right? So that's huge for me. I think that's kind of shows the return on investment, and what we do is worth it. So what's our process? What do we go through to ensure that your law firm, A, has the best chance of success, and B, is built to take that next level? Because a lot of the times, with law firms, they're built for the 0 to maybe 300,000, and then they're kind of capped because of the foundation that they've set up and what they're doing. So let's break this down. Let's jump in, and I'm excited to share this with you. Let's go. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had a sneezing fit, and I didn't want you to get blown up in your headphones or on your speaker, whatever here. So, okay, moving on. So understand your goals. So the first thing that we're going to do on this process to ensure that your law firm's set up for success is understand your goals, right? If you say, hey, I want to go on a road trip, okay, where do you want to go? Kind of the same process. If you don't know where you're going, we can't reverse engineer it to build it so that we can achieve that for you, right? So now, what area of law do you want to practice? What's the 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, and lifetime goals of your law firm? Some people want a law firm with them just themselves and a handful of associates. Some people want, the largest law firm in Texas, so that's kind of the difference, to where if we know where you want to go, we can build that foundation to get you there. And then the ideal cities you would like your law firm to be located in. So the big part about this is that we're going to do some market research and figure out, okay, what is going to be the best market for your law firm to be located in. So once we know, okay, you want to be family law, these are your goals and the ideal cities you want to kind of be in, we're going to turn back. So that's kind of our initial meeting. We set up a meeting with you, maybe 30 minutes, say, what do you want to do? What's your main goals? And then I turn back and I perform market research and I identify the best city for your law firm based on data, right? And so let's look at an example for Littleton versus Denver, right? So when I'm looking, and an attorney's like, hey, I want to be in Denver. Okay. That's kind of the typical response that I get whenever someone's near a big city is, okay, there's a lot of people in Denver, probably a lot of business. I want to go there. Right. But the thing with Denver is there might be 80 to 100 law firms trying to rank in Denver versus Littleton. There might only be 5. Right. And there's 1,000 searches a month. Right. And 10% of those convert into leads at a 20% closing rate, which is pretty low. 7,000 average case, excuse my big head, you're making 140,000 a month, right? So you see, okay, do you want to be a minnow in an ocean or a shark in a well-stocked pond? You want to be the shark. And so that's a massive, massive thing that many people overlook. That one simple change from Denver to Littleton is going to be the difference between your first year being a breeze, generating plenty of leads versus a nightmare, right? So that's kind of the first thing. We'll come to you and say, hey, these are the top 3 cities. Here's why. Let's look at that, right? And this is basically the holy grail of consistent law firm growth. This is something where you'll say, okay, Cooper, what's your address? I'm sending you a Christmas gift because you're my favorite person, right? So this is an incognito window. Family law firm, Littleton. Best interest is ranked number 1. Now you can do this. He'll rank number 1. Just make sure whenever you type it, it's in Littleton. I've had people search and they're in New York City and they're like, he didn't pop up for me. This is a scam. And I'm like, oh, well, your results are for New York if you Littleton. So just wanted to throw that out there. It's happened before. So I just want to make sure I've done it before. So that's one thing is this right here is just so valuable because more educated people, the more quality leads are skipping the ads. Now ads still work. Don't want to say that, but you're going to get a better return on investment, more like a 1 to 10 ratio. So if you invest $1, you get typically $10 back. So local SEO is huge. And then we'll create the foundation, right? We're going to choose your law firm name and I'll go through that more and identify a physical office location, right? So your physical office location is typically going to be a virtual office, a co-working spot. Now, people say, oh, do those work? Do they? Yes, they do. I've set up 50 alone this year, as long as you do it right. And so we've done it so much that I ensure that it's done right. You don't want a PO box or a UPS box, but a physical office. And I also don't want you to get a $2,000 a month office space where you're locked in and a massive lease. So, and then choosing your law firm name, and also massive part. You want to have such as, best interest family law firm. We'll have people come to us and they're like, hey, I'm starting an estate planning law firm and it's going to be Monarch Law Firm, right? Well, 2 problems with that. 1, your target market has no idea what you do. 2, Google has no idea what you do, right? And you want to make sure that as soon as someone sees your name, they, okay, family law or estate planning law. Google sees your name, okay, family law, estate planning law, right? And to kind of put gasoline on the fire, do something like this, right? Where the Chattanooga criminal defense firm or the Chattanooga criminal defense law firm, which we just set up for a law firm in Chattanooga, he's gotten 5 leads in the last 2 weeks, and he started his law firm a month ago. Because when people type in criminal defense attorney or criminal defense law firm Chattanooga, he pops up, right? And so that is the biggest thing. And so you're wondering, okay, why is this important for my name? And can I just do kind of what this person does, right? Where you kind of just put dash 2 issues with this. Now you see family law Miami. I just hit my desk. If I shook there, not an earthquake. Look who's ranking number 1, a massively competitive market, Miami Family Law Group. Now something like this, if this isn't her actual business name, such as it's not on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you can suggest an edit and get this taken down. And let's say my client is Jeffrey Law, I can leapfrog her and either she gets suspended or Google's going to come to her and say, hey, is this actually your business name? And if not, it's going to stay that way and she's going to drop in rankings significantly. So that's another thing. And so look at estate planning law from Chicago Estate Lawyers. I mean, you've always got the keyword in there, Texas Criminal Defense Group, criminal defense, Dallas. And so that's very important. So now we've done this market research. We set up a second meeting with you. And this is what we're going to go through and kind of, bounce ideas off each other, see what you think. We're going to come with 3 or 4 cities, probably like 2 or 3, not 3 or 4, and say, hey, these are the top cities that I'd go with based on competition, based on searches, based on buyer intent searches. So, we don't want free family law firm. We want hire a family law firm, or, how to file a divorce yourself. Those aren't, keywords that I take into consideration here. We'll choose your name. We'll purchase the domain that's going to be corresponding with it. And then we'll get your physical office location selected. So again, we come with all of this and say, okay, these are the offices that we want to go with. This is the domain, name, city, and then we say, okay, this is what we're going to go with. So that is the first step. So that's the foundation. Now that is the most important part of creating your law firm, right? So if I got the law firm of Cooper Saunders, selling it's going to be a nightmare eventually if you want to. B, if you kind of take a back seat, hey, where's Cooper? I want to work with him. He's the main attorney, right? And so that aspect of it, choosing a city that you're going to dominate. You want to be the number one guy in a well-stocked pond. And this foundation is literally the difference between a $50,000 first year and $1 million. I mean, it's so important. That's why I hit on it so much, is because if you say, Cooper, do what you got to do. All I want to do is sign cases up, grow my law firm. This is what I'm going to do, right? Now, after this, everything looks good. We're going to create your online assets. So what's included with that? Now, that's everything that you need to market and grow your law firm. Oh, I'm in the way of best interest. So we'll create your branding, your logos, everything. And we create all these in-house. We kind of get an idea of what you like. Then we return back to drawing board, create them, send them to you, and kind of go from there. We'll create your website. WordPress website, built to convert, mobile friendly, fast. Out of all of the websites, I've analyzed probably 40,000 websites over the 10 years. It might be an overkill, overshot. Maybe 20,000 at least. And we see the ones that do the best are the ones that are fast, mobile friendly, built to convert. That's it. We've got attorney and law firms that have built, $30,000 websites just to have them get outperformed by something like this, right? The website's too big, it's clunky, it doesn't look right on mobile. Something like this is going to do best, especially when you're first starting your law firm. I'm always big on, maybe down the road we can make a really nice, great looking website, but that's whenever you've had years and years of profitability. You're like, okay, I want to invest and make something really nice. But in the beginning, I really want you to have the best chance of success and to make as much money as possible, because when you're first starting, it's important. So I want you to notice how many calls to action there are. 1, 2, 3. We want to make it very apparent, and this is the Chattanooga Criminal Defense Law Firm. Hey, this is how you get in touch with us. Here's Renova. Let's get started. Book consultation, number, contact. It's very important that these are fast, look well on mobile, and built to convert. Now, after we build your website, we're going to create your Google Business Profile. We'll create it. We'll optimize it. We'll add you as an admin and then delegate us to as a manager. But creating this correctly is key. So we make sure that we do this. Business directories. We'll create your Yelp, Bing Local, Apple Maps. The more of these you have, the more reputable you seem to Google. And it just makes ranking a whole lot easier. So like Yelp, Bing Local, we'll send a verification code. You send it back to us. We verify it. And there's around 150, 160 that will actually get created and optimized for your law firm. It's a lot of work, but it's anything to do to help grow your new law firm. All right. Social media profiles, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube channel. I mean, the big things that we need to make. Again, we want you to say, okay, Cooper, you're good to go. Do everything you need to do to grow me online, and we'll do that. So, of course, we'll give you the logins and credentials for that. Legal directories, everything we need to be seen online, right? So the AVO, Justia, anything we need to add you to. And professional photos. I mean, this is something that I always like to hit on because, you'd be surprised on how many attorneys don't have professional photos. Look on Google, professional headshot taker, I guess. Might be, $50, $100, something, nothing crazy, but started to these little law firms, and these guys have been in the game forever. But again, they look great, build personalization, they know who you're working with. Okay. And I'm flying through this. So if you have questions, please reach out, let me know. But I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you have. So ongoing services, what are we going to do so we've built the foundation, we've created your online assets. Now it's time to grow, right? Local SEO services. So we're going to be managing and optimizing your Google business profile on a consistent basis. Typically, we get in there at least once a day, posting on it, adding service descriptions. We'll be able to maintain business directories, the ones I talked about earlier. There's around 160 of them. Add new content to your website every month, whether that's adding new service pages or blog posts, creating localized content. So specific to the city that you're in, and then earning local backlinks. So, we don't want backlinks from a different country or a different city. We want to try to get them from the city that you're in. Google will give more weight to that. Yelp, Bing Places, Better Business Bureau, make sure those are updated and verified. And then reputation management. So we'll show you how to get reviews. We'll make sure that your reputation across the web is looking good. Website management optimization, making sure that it looks good, staying up to date, running fast, all the good stuff. I mean, it's just something that, it's kind of the maintenance behind it all, but you don't have to worry about your website ever going down or anything like that. So the Google pay-per-click ads. Now, Google pay-per-click ads are going to be the quickest way that you'll see new leads and clients come through the door. Now, typically Google pay-per-click ads are a 1 to 5 return on investment. So if you invest $1, you typically get $5 back, but they're so crucial to the start of your law firm that we run and maintain Google pay-per-click ads, optimize your ads daily, ensure conversion actions are set up correctly, and adjust bids to keywords to generate leads, and split test to find the very best ads. So really, when you're first starting, you want to get in front of people that are searching for a problem that they have, right? Social media and all that kind of stuff, you're targeting people hoping that they do have an issue, and if they do, they'll call you. Google is, hey, I need a family lawyer now. Right? I need a divorce. I need a probate attorney. I need, anything like that. And it just typically, social media might be a 1 to 2, maybe 1 to 1. But Google and getting in front of people who are searching, are the best way to go about it, right? It's based on our research and everything that we've done. Okay, so then every month we're going to set up a meeting like this, a Zoom meeting, and I go through return on investment, your review previous month's marketing efforts. I'm going to show you the ranking reports, Google Ads performance, and then we're going to see what we want to do for the next month. If you're swamped with leads, let's pull back that Google budget. If you're like, hey, I need to hit it hard this month, we'll raise it, right? And so everything is really based on this kind of tool of month-to-month agreements. Everything that we do is I want you to stay with us because we're doing a good job, not because you're locked into a year-long contract. Exclusive guarantee, right? So exclusivity guarantee. So when we have one estate planning attorney, we only work with one per city. And so you never have to worry about us working with your direct competitor. I've never ever done that. I don't know why anyone would work with anybody who does that, but whatever. Full ownership. Make sure that if you aren't going to work with us, work with a digital marketing company that lets you own your assets, which is crazy to say, but like there's some companies that you lease it from. Don't do that. Make sure you own everything. Own the domain, own the logos, own the website, everything. And then as I own my company, I'm always like, okay, how would I like to be treated? And if I'm buying something, it's mine. I don't want to lease it. And our pricing is adjusted for new law firms. So I'm not going to charge you, our pricing isn't going to be based on a law firm that's at $5 million a year when you're just starting. So our value and our top 5 clients right now are law firms that start off at our base package and really have grown through the years. So that's one thing I wanted to hit on. So everything included in the new law firm package is market research, naming your law firm, establishing office address, developing your brand, creating your logo, creating a WordPress website, Google business profile, business listings, social media, YouTube, local SEO, Google Ads, monthly content, tracking capabilities, and then the monthly review. So if you have questions, I know I really flew through this, but I really think it's important for you to kind of get an idea of what's included. I've got hundreds of case studies from law firms and around, I think, 30 or 35 now of new law firms. So if you have questions or want me to expand on anything, reach out. You can text me at that 816-708-0814, or you can shoot me an email at Cooper at WiseGuys DM. And I look forward to hearing from you. And if you want me to send you the book or anything like that, feel free to reach out. I look forward to talking to you very, very soon. Thank you so much.